I love playing in micro homes. It almost feels like cheating because of all of the incredible benefits that you get. The only downside is really that there's no space. Normally, it's totally fine. You put a grill outside, maybe some outdoor seating, some activities, and it's no big deal. You can spend half your time outside. But what about in the dead of winter when you're trying to celebrate Winterfest? Today, I'm going to try and build a micro home that you can spend all winter long in. We're in Copperdale right now, and I think that I'm going to try and build it right here on this little 20 by 15 lot. I think that's a perfect size. Now with micro homes, you only have 32 tiles. So that's about it that we're working with. I want to go for somewhat of a unique shape. Okay, we have 4 tiles left and I need to decide where exactly I want to use them. This might be super odd. I'm curious about this shape because I kind of think it would be cute to like have the front door here. We could put a nice window here and then maybe the kitchen can like fill in this weird little corner area. Or maybe the front door goes in this little spot here. Maybe if I switch that around, then this feels a little bit more grand for like a front entrance. This could almost become the bedroom bathroom situation. And then here would be our main living space. We're gonna work with this and see what we can do. I've left myself with a bit of an odd roof situation. This is what I get for trying to do something even remotely interesting. Maybe we can put a roof here, lower it ever so slightly, drag it over. Okay, it's bad. This is really not good. This is what I've got going from the front. We may even be able to lower this just like ever so slightly. So we've got that from the front, and then all that's left is this weird back part for which I am just going to put one of these little half gabled roofs on and call it a day. I know that there's this super weird little section right here where the roof hangs over. We're going to ignore that. And then we're gonna cover it with a plant and no one will be the wiser except for all of you. That took so long. I am very much ready to move on to doors. I think that the vibe that I'd like to go for is something that leans a little craftsman or cabin-y that fits with the like winter holiday vibe. This little door from Cats and Dogs is super cute. I love the windows and I know that this pack has matching windows. So I feel confident placing that door knowing that we're in good shape with the window situation. Okay, that's kind of cute. I don't want to place too much off the bat because I don't know how the inside's gonna work out right now and I don't want to get ahead of myself. I do think it's safe to pick some kind of wallpaper and I really kind of want to go with something that's brick. The question is that too much brick? No, you know what? I like that. I haven't done a little all brick house like this in so long. I think it's adorable and we're gonna stick to it. God, the day that we can paint the underside of roofs is a day that I will cherish for the rest of my life because it ruins the vibe. The vibe is already hanging on by a thread and this just isn't helping. Let's try some corbels though. I feel like corbels will help. These are so gigantic. Oh, these shutters are really cute. They don't exactly fit these windows all that well. Oh my God, and this little green color, wait a damn second. Oh yeah, we're doing that. I'm interested in putting something above the door, like a little awning. I don't know if this is gonna come in any of the shades that I want. This one is pretty cute and that brown color matches really well. I wonder if I raise it up ever so slightly. Okay, it's kind of clipping in with the roof trim and I do need to change the roof texture to match that. It looks like teeny tiny little shingles. Is that it? No. Wait, this one cannot be the matching one. Oh my God, I think it is. Why does this one have so much more depth to it? Wait a second. Okay, that to me feels like a better match, but I hate it. Maybe it can be overlooked. I think that this is as close of a match as we're gonna get. The question is, do we have a matching corbel? Look at that. Okay, see, we're gonna make this work. It's gonna be really adorable. I think I'm gonna pause on the exterior and I'm gonna go ahead and move inside. This is just about all of the space that we're working with. It's not a lot. And because I want your Sims to be able to like really truly celebrate Winterfest in here, that means we need to add more than I would normally add for a micro home, starting with a fireplace. Father Winter appears by a fireplace when it's Winterfest, so I do want to include one. The game has given us a couple really small ones. So there's this one that's only one tile. This one is also only one tile, but you can already tell it's definitely a little bigger. We have this one, which you've seen me use many a time. And then there's this one, but I think that this one's a little modern for what we're going for. I would even say that this one's a little too modern. I think we need to stick with the little stove version of this fireplace. Oh my gosh, it comes in green? How did I never know that? This is what happens when they make the first swatch of something so pretty, because I'm always just gonna use the first swatch. It's the prettiest one. But I had no idea. This is absolutely adorable. Okay, back to business. I know I mentioned possibly putting the kitchen in this little area, and I do still think that that's the right move. Let's go ahead and use the base game counters that they gave us. I never use these dark swatches, and they're really pretty. I deleted all my mods for the last update and I've been so lazy at reinstalling them, so my better build buy is all messed up. I'm gonna be scrolling a lot in this video. How can I not use this green fridge? I feel like I have to. I do feel like the counters now with their gold accent is not the move. Ugh, and they don't have a dark version with silver. I kind of like the idea of using like vintage appliances. I'm starting to not like these counters. Maybe what I should have done is leaned fully into the rustic vibe and used these from Horse Ranch. I do feel like the fridge and the stove together is too much. Let's just use this black one from Cottage Living, and then that way the green fridge really pops. Now we need to think about the rest of the layout of this home. I suppose that we could close off this room like we had before. We could put a bathroom back here, and then this becomes like the little bedroom, which means this whole area is the living space, and it's actually a good bit of space. I'm pretty impressed. I'm gonna throw some flooring in now. Let's just go ahead and center the fireplace in the middle of this room. Maybe what we can do is get some back windows here. Maybe one right there, I don't know. Now, this little bathroom is kind of weird. I think we'll only really be able to fit smaller windows, which is totally fine. You know, I've already said that the back of this house is gonna be so ugly and we're going to hide it and everything's gonna be okay. Okay, this whole thing again looks a little funky. We're not paying attention. We're just not paying attention to that. We have more important things to worry about. Let's start with the little bedroom. I'm thinking maybe we should pick the bed before we pick the wallpaper, because we've got more wallpaper options than we do bed options. And again, I want something that's gonna be like cozy and kind of rustic. I like that this has the green, but I don't think I'm vibing with the bed overall. Oh? Okay, wait, because this bed from Cats and Dogs, I know it's like not exactly the right green color, but this like dark accent green is on the way to being the right color. I wonder if instead of a nightstand, we could get maybe this like mirrored wardrobe, because it's actually a little bit bigger and it's a dresser. And it comes in dark green. That's it. We gotta use it. I'm honestly starting to feel like this window placement is not doing it for me. We can put like some kind of art piece or something up here. Do we think that there are curtains that are gonna work for our purposes? See, these have a bit of a green accent. Okay, I still haven't picked a wallpaper yet, so I'm gonna do that now. This is like green overload, right? And this is even more too much. Is it time to break out the gingham already? I think that it might be. Let's see about some art. You know, that one's pretty. I like it. It would be so great to have some kind of sconce right above the bed. The green accents, do you see that? Okay, we're doing it. Listen, I know that I use this light from Cottage Living too much. I'm so aware that I use it too much. I cannot help myself. Something like this little shelf could be pretty cute just because it's kind of realistic. Like you'd really have to start hanging some stuff when you run out of floor space. This does come in a green frame, but like what's happening there? A farm dinner party that's happening, and it looks like there's a fox like at the table with a chicken. I don't know about that. I just don't know about it. We're gonna do it. There's not a lot of space for a rug in this room, but I'm going to attempt to use one anyway. And I might do something like this, where a rug is just kind of peeking out from the bed. That actually looks so good. I'm leaving it. All right, let's throw together the bathroom. And I do mean throw together because there's really not much that you can do in a space that's as tiny as this. Do I dare use this horrendous green tile? No, I'm absolutely gonna use the new base game tile. They gave us this like kind of darker green shade and I love it. I think it's beautiful. Let's see about the matching floor tile, and now we've got a color drenched little bathroom. For the shower, we do have to use one of the wall mounted ones, so I'm just going to grab one and place it down. I think this one is from the Sleek Bathroom Kit. I like it a little bit more than the university one because A, it's prettier, but B, it's much easier to click on when you're actually playing because it's bigger. I am just gonna grab any old toilet. For the sink, I actually think I'm gonna use the one from Horse Ranch just because it matches really nicely. Oh, I guess it has gold, so maybe this can be gold. You guys, the amount of mixed metals we have happening in this house is absolutely insane. Let's grab just a little simple mirror. I love this one from Parenthood. I use it all the time. Maybe we could get a little cute hanging plant above the toilet. Let's put some toilet paper on the back of the toilet. Why not? And then I guess I'll grab an actual roll as well. I think in reality, this toilet paper would be absolutely sopping wet, and that disgusts me greatly. But, you know, in The Sims, nothing matters. Okay, finishing touch, I have to grab just a little candle for the back of the toilet. I'm actually impressed. I feel like I didn't have high hopes for this little bathroom just because it's so tiny, and I never put that much effort into bathrooms, but this one's very cute, I have to say. Now we're in the living room. So let's go ahead and pick a wallpaper first. I want this to kind of like decide how we proceed. Oh, this one with the paneling, I think that I might try it for now. I could always switch it out. And now the absolute most important thing that we have to have is a tree. I literally feel like I need to take a poll because I always use the tree from the free holiday pack that we got. I think that it's so much cuter. It only has 3 swatches, but I think it's adorable. This one from Seasons, I don't know. It looks fake, like they didn't put that much effort into it. Like when you look at the branches and the detail on this tree versus this tree, I'd love to know what your opinion is about it, but I prefer the tree from the free holiday pack. That being said, I am going to shove it delicately in the corner. I'm gonna kind of twist it so that the star is facing out. Ooh, it's clipping outside. Okay, let's scoot it forward. Still clipping. Oh, this is the thing. This is exactly what I was afraid of. I knew that these trees are gigantic. Having to have a fireplace, it's kind of a lot. And we have genuinely like no room in this little living room. I don't know where I'm gonna put a couch. I guess I should figure that out now, huh? Let's see what we have in green. Oh, okay. Not much. Is this sofa from Crystal Creations like too much? No, I hate it. I hate it. I think we need to go for like a brown leather sofa. The issue is that we're kind of in love seat territory here, and there are not a lot of leather love seat options. Oh God, I really hate this love seat. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Maybe what we do is instead of a love seat, we do a couple of chairs with a little table in the middle. Okay, hear me out. I never use this chair, but what if I used it now? This is actually a career unlock chair when you join the business career. I never use it, but when am I ever gonna put 2 dramatic leather chairs in front of a fireplace in this like holiday themed house? Like never. I think we have to go for it. We do need some kind of little table in between them. And you know what else, guys? I don't think that I like this wallpaper. It's not growing on me. I keep waiting for the moment where I'm like, you know what? Yes, I love that. And it's not coming. Okay, wait. Is this one kind of good? Maybe if it was a little darker. I think I really am losing it because I just clicked on this cats and dogs like striped wallpaper and I think, wow, that works. No, girl. No, it doesn't work. When in doubt, use the same wallpaper that you used in the bedroom in the living room. That's what I'm telling myself right now. I'm curious about scooting these things over ever so slightly and then maybe getting some kind of bookcase on this wall. The one with the little ladder. Oh my God. I wonder how far back I can shove it. I love this bookshelf. I do think that it's borderline a little too big, like it's too deep for this space, but tell me that this is not perfect. Wait, the red? Do we do it? Is this too much? Maybe what's throwing me off is the green. Is the black fireplace just better? We still have the green in the kitchen. I think that that's adorable. I am all over the place, I tell you what. Let's get a super cute little standing coat rack. We will definitely be needing umbrellas. Okay, let's scoot over into the kitchen and think about what we want in this space. Because we can't really put anything on this counter because obviously our Sims still need to be able to cook, I think I'm gonna try and put some things on the wall instead. The first thing that came to mind were these pots. I'm adding in this little rustic shelf that's from the Country Kitchen kit, and I've actually sized it down twice because it's so big. So in order to get everything that I want on this shelf at the right height, I filled every available slot. You can see some are floating way out here. That's normally how big this shelf is. Because I filled every slot, now I'm able to grab just a big shelf and I can start cluttering the shelf this way. Then once you've placed all your items, you can delete the shelf and then delete any of the floating items, and then you should have a cute little decorated situation. Let's grab a pile of presents. I don't really think that we can fit the big pile. Oh, we might be cutting it just like a little bit too close. You know what? Let me get a Sim and bring them here so we can test this out because I love the way the big present pile looks. Let's try cooking something to see if he can still access the fridge, and he cannot. What if I shoved the presents a little bit further into the tree? What then? Dang it. Okay, I just don't think that the big presents are gonna work. I don't know if you can size them down. There are animations tied to it, so I would hate for it to get messed up. It's totally fine. We can add the really sad tiny pile. The other thing that I hate is that this is the one that actually has the animation and gameplay tied to it, and this is the one that we got with the free holiday pack. This is so much cuter, especially if you're trying to play out like a traditional Christmas type holiday. This is the vibe. What is this? This looks like a birthday present pile, which maybe that's the point. I don't really know. All I know is that they could go for some better swatches. Okay, I added this super cute little sign with the little holly leaves on it. I think on this wall right here, I'm going to put one of the burglar alarms because we've got presents in this house and I don't want any of that getting taken. Now I'm going to look in the holiday pack and just see what we can find. I know that I want to hang these little garland pieces above every door, and then we'll do that in here as well. Are you kidding me? They're so cute and so festive. We might as well get them above the windows too. In the kitchen, I'm wondering about getting some of this garland. Yeah. Yes. 100% we needed that. I might even put it on this wall as well. Are you kidding? It's so festive. It's so cute. I think the last thing that we really need in this space is some kind of rug or something. Maybe a welcome mat on the inside would be better. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this little holly rug. I put this little half moon jute rug under the little stove area. I think that helps define the space a little bit. And then honestly, I think we have to call it in here. I didn't like the way any of the rugs were looking underneath this little space. So let's just move to the outside. Lighting is crazy. I'm going back to Manage Worlds. Let's reposition the lot ever so slightly. I think that I maybe want to scoot it over just so it lines up a little more. Oh, I put it way too close. Hold on. I cannot believe that I saved, kid you not, 60 seconds ago for the first time this entire build, and my game just crashed. To be honest, my game hasn't crashed in a very long time. I cannot believe I saved though. That is so crazy. Thank God. Okay, exterior take 2. Let's try that again. Not sure where my front door went, so let me put that back really quick. All right, let's get some kind of stone to put here and we can kind of create our own little front porch. Maybe I could even fake a little bit of a deck. I would normally just raise this whole thing up on a platform and then boom, you've got a deck, but we are out of tiles and so I'm kind of working with what I've got. Let's start by getting some exterior lights. These little lights are pretty cute. I feel like the front porch was looking a little big, especially since it's not actually a real porch. Is it ridiculous to use the light up hedges? You can be honest. I hate how boxy these are. I'm adding in a really big shrub right in the front. All of this will be dead in the winter anyway, but you know, I guess it's kind of nice to have. All right, I'm putting the festive hedgerow somewhere at least so we can say that we have it on the lot. And this little corner has come back to bite me. So I think I'm gonna put just like a tall shrub right in that space. And then we'll just grab another couple of ferns. I can't believe how neon green these shrubs look in comparison to everything else. Again, it doesn't matter because once it's winter, you know, these are all dead anyway, but it really is crazy. I'm thinking that it might actually be super cute to have a chimney somewhere here so that when the fireplace is on, there's smoke coming out. The issue is I normally hide the chimneys in walls because this is crazy. I suppose we could put something back there and just size it down and pretend it's not super weird. Okay, I've tucked it back a little bit more and switched to one that's a little bit sleeker. I do think it looks weird from the back, but remember, we're not paying attention to the back. Let's throw in some terrain paint. I'm just gonna go around the entire house with some kind of soil, just tapping it all in, nothing crazy. For this front part, I do want there to feel like there's some kind of pathway. So I'm first gonna go down with Scratchy and Patches, my favorite, and then I'm gonna find some kind of like stone. Okay, you know what? This one is not too bad. I used this rock storm in this like kind of brown swatch. I do think it would be kind of cute to put some of these little lights right here. Oh, these little purple flowers are really cute. I do think that they're clashing a little bit with the light up bushes that we have going on, but I kind of don't care at the moment because again, they're gonna die in the winter and for now they look really sweet. We do need one thing to go right here and I'm not sure what I want that to be, but I have an idea. If you thought I was gonna put a fire pit, you are dead wrong. Come on, you know it would be so nice to have like a little hot tub to go out in the dead of winter. I'm gonna line it with these little hedges. At this point, this is just so ridiculous. I've still got this tree out front, so it kind of covers it. I am going to go in with a little bit more of this stone terrain paint though, and kind of add it around where your Sims will get in. And then I'm just gonna kind of wrap it around and have it connect. And then just to kind of finish that off, once again, I'm gonna go in with the Scratchy and Patches, and I'm just gonna kind of outline wherever I put the stone. Okay, that is insane, and I love it. The options of what I could have put here instead of a hot tub are truly endless, but I think I made the right choice. I'm gonna grab a few of these purple flowers and just dot them at the base of these trees. I just feel like this little area is like calling for some kind of cutesy little bench. Oh, maybe right here, like under the tree. Okay, I think the build is mostly done. There's only one more thing that I have to do. Wow, I'm glad I came inside and double checked because our fridge is gone. I'm putting the decor box outside. I know that's not ideal, but it's a good thing that I did because I realized that I have no trash can. I genuinely don't think that there's a single build that I've done where I have not forgotten the trash can. Now it's complete. We've got the lights. That's the finishing touch. I am going to call this build the Holiday Micro Home. It is 1 bed, 1 bath. I have added it to the gallery, and that is the finished build. Reminder that this is the top-down view. We've got the bedroom, the little bathroom, a full living and kitchen space, all in one little micro home. plus a hot tub. I hope you enjoyed today's build. It was actually so fun and it definitely got me in the holiday spirit. You can see I've already put my tree up. I'm ready for Christmas. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. If you're not already, please feel free, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.